I want to start off straight off saying with this video is that they did a way lot better job with what they did like in the manga than this. Like the anime has done a superb job to actually like adapt this stuff, because it actually makes this stuff a little less more fucking stupid than it was. Like the whole shit with like fucking big fluffy effort, like kind of like fucking Natsu and shit. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, you can't fucking admit, regardless of what you think of the quality of Fairy Tail, that this fucking fight is pretty goddamn awesome. That both Jackal and both Natsu are literally going left and right, just throwing each other. So we get to see from this episode straight off, it's just Natsu versus Jackal. Like, the guys are absolutely just going. Now it's like, Natsu at first was just fucking beating the living dog shit out of him. He was just like, keeps punching the shit out of him. He was just going absolutely nuts. It's like, even Jackal was trying to explain something. Yo, I got something to explain. And just, honestly, Natsu was just literally fucking beating the living dog shit out of him. And it's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm going to kill this motherfucker. And then he's like, as soon as like everyone thinks he's down, like for a second, like he just gets up like it's absolutely nothing. So, will you listen? I'm trying to explain something here. And he's like, I use something that's called a curse. Like that. We see that every member of Tartarus has a curse. And apparently they are way much stronger than the actual fucking magic. And he's like, my one, anything I touch is explosion. Like, just by showing, like, with his power, bending the fucking wind. He like made a fucking air current so strong that he managed to actually set off a chain reaction of explosions throughout the city, trapping everyone. And not to mention as well, how many times did Natsu just punch him? And how many times did he just like touch him? It's just like, okay. And it's just Natsu's like entire body just starts glowing. He's like, oh fucking shit. And just Natsu just straight clear, and then just knocked the fuck out. It's just like, yo, Natsu, you fucking ring ding, called the fucking ref. It's done. Even fucking Lucy and like Wendy were trying to even hold this guy off for a second. It's like, because that fucking piece of shit fucking form guild member is just like, hey, get me out of here. I'm part of the Magic Council, help me. It's like, and even at one point when there was a choice between him and a fucking mother with a baby inside of her, I'm like, are you fucking serious? You're like, oh, choose me, fuck this bitch, like, she had done nothing useful in her life. I'm like, you are probably one of the most biggest fucking scumbags in the world. I know that's a hard decision to choose between two fucking lies there, but I would never weigh it over a mother with an unborn child. Like, that child has done nothing. That mother's done nothing. That guy's a piece of shit, and he's done some dirty ass shit, and he's begging for his life as an old man. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, that when Natsu just came in fucking punching him again, it's just like, yeah, motherfucker, let's go for round two, let's go fuck you up. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting pretty hyped throughout this episode. Like, it was really good. One big complaint though, and this is one huge one that I can't fucking ignore, is that this episode didn't even start till like the 7 minutes. Like, literally a quarter of the entire episode was just recap. That's including the opening as well. Like that, it's like 7 entire minutes just there. So that is kind of a bit ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I understand that they really don't want to like catch up to the manga, and like it works better because this is some of the best material that we've got in Fairy Tail, and it's like gonna, I feel like it's gonna work actually okay like that with the comic, but it's like, I can see that they don't want to catch up, but it's like, it's super fucking hard. Like, if that's the case though, just do fucking, like, just make the fights longer, make, like, fucking longer fights, like drag out dialogue, like, just do stuff like that, I feel like. I feel like this is going to get really annoying after a while if we're going to have super long, because we see from, like, the start of this arc and all that, like, most of the fucking recaps, they lasted like a fucking, like, they literally last, like, before the opening fucking airs. Like, literally, it's like a couple of seconds, it's like, oh, last time on Fairy Tail, you know, Natsu's being a dick, like that, and that was it. But it's like, when he went to punch fucking Jackal, he's like, oh, you fucked up again. And he's like, Natsu's like, I got the hang of this. Fucking puts the whole explosion in his mouth like that. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, it was really cocky of him. He's like, see, like that. I was like, you cocky motherfucker. And Jackal's just like, oh fucking god, I've got to deal with this shit. And it was pretty fun, you know, this was a pretty fucking fun episode. I'm not gonna lie, the music that was going on between Natsu versus Jackal was fucking amazing. I fucking love that. this was a like, I'm gonna say, like, you know, this is stuff that I think people are being excited for the Tyrus, and it's like, they're doing a really good job at, like, at adapting all this stuff, and it's, like, a really enjoyable fucking, like, episode. I give this, like, a solid 8, like, 8.5 to, like, a 9 even. Like, it was a really good, like, finding out the whole thing about curses, and, like, not to mention as well, like, there's gonna be some shit I think that's gonna happen soon that I'm probably gonna be a little bit annoyed about, but it's like, in stars, you know, overall it's still pretty goddamn enjoyable. So, you know, I'd say this is probably like 8.5 to a 9. Like, so let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this episode. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.